Hello, y'all. Welcome to the Emperor TV. And today we will be reviewing, recapping Baddies Chapter 2, Episode 4 review. So we have Natalie and Rolly are talking about the crazy rehearsal that happened last episode. And DTB, Bahati, Showgirl Neek come in the room and they're talking about Camilla versus Big Lex and how Camilla got tore. In all honesty, I really don't think Camilla got tore. But one thing I could say is Camilla, she kind of did this to herself. And I love Camilla on BGC 8 and throughout the whole franchise of BGC, All Star Battle and all that. But Camilla has this thing where she is like always talking on the internet, being like, a little internet thug. And when she and it's kind of like a trend, even with Natalie from Baddies East, she tried to hug Natalie, and the whole time you and Natalie have been going back and forth on the internet. Like Camilla goes back and forth with a lot of the baddies or whoever from the franchise or whatever, whether it's Bad Girls Club or Baddies. She goes back and forth with them on the internet. But then when she sees them in person, she try to act like, hi, the whole time they ready to fight. So she got a disadvantage because as soon as they see Camilla is on site and Camilla just don't be ready. But yeah, Camilla versus Big Lex. That was crazy. So Bahati and Emery got into it as well. And Bahati is saying how they want to pretty much eat pretty much she is up, they are obsessed. Emery, TT, everybody she get into it with is obsessed with her. Then they discuss DTB and Fauna fighting, and then they show clips of the reunion from last season, chapter 1, USA, and how Diamond the Body accidentally takes Natalie down with her, mistaking it for Fauna. Whole time, if y'all remember, Diamond the Body was so drunk along with Natalie that whole reunion. So she thought she was grabbing Fauna. Whole time she was grabbing Natalie. I was on the ground laughing. Oh man. But the situation between Fauna and Diamond the Body happened, another one over the internet. You know, if you got Instagram, you know the whole story. So they talking about what led to the reunion and about the beef. So I guess Fauna did this interview talking about, oh, she ain't got to fight or whatever the case may be. She ain't got to fight. And then that's when Diamond chimed in and commented under a post or whatever that Fauna's interview or whatever, and said, leave her home. Basically saying she'll need to be on the next season. Whew. Okay. So Showgirl Neek, you know, from Jocelyn's Cabaret show, is talking about her meeting with the Cabaret girls, saying Kanaya was running from Egypt during the fight. Now, me personally, I don't think Kanaya was running from Egypt. I would have to say she wasn't running. She didn't want to fight Egypt to begin with, if you go back and watch. But I necessarily wouldn't say she was running, because she was trying to fight, if not much. She was, you know, well, I don't know. But after hearing everything, Natalie seems a little shook, a little scared. You know, she got to call another house meeting with all girls. And 30 girls is crazy. 30 girls this season. I mean, you got the Cabaret girls, you got the Baddies Gone Wild girls, and then you got the OGs. That's a lot of girls. So Natalie is talking with Rolly, DTB, Showgirl Neek, and Bahati, and she's saying that 10 girls might not go to the next city. But y'all know, Natalie is one of the biggest trolls of them all. And she's in her interview saying she's not leaving 10 girls behind, because she wants the mess and she wants the drama. So no, 10 girls will not be being left behind off of Bad and Bougie. Next, Ivory is sitting at the cast house waiting for Dolly, and we see some past clips from Ivory and Dolly's beef rivalry from Baddies Africa. Dolly comes in and is like, "Hello," and commenting on Ivory body. She says that she like to uplift the girls. Ivory. In all honesty, I think Ivory is pretty. She is a pretty girl, and honestly, uplifting a girl by telling her she need to get her body done, I don't know how much uplifting that is. I don't know if that was really uplifting Dolly. I don't know about that. And instantly they start squaring up, and Ivory is taking Dolly through them, but Dolly is holding her own. She eating Ivory's punching and is swinging back. That's one thing I could say about Dolly. She is an opponent that is going to. I got it. I got the episode playing as I'm reviewing y'all. Dolly is going to keep up with you. She gonna, even though with all her injuries, she's damn near like a real life doll. She's going to keep up with you. So first round, Dolly had a knot that Ivory gave her, and they start trash talking. Really, Dolly, because she lost. Ivory started calling Dolly old and 40 years old, and I'm like, oh my god. And injury, and call her, she was injury reserve. Dolly still, talking about Ivory body. Ivory has on these ballerina shoes. Whole time, Ivory had me laughing this whole episode, because why you fighting in ballerina shoes? Twirling, says she twirling on all y'all girls. They both start calling each other big heads and big bees and big headed bees and all this other stuff. And I don't even know why Dolly be smoking them cigarettes. Like, Dolly is too put together and too pretty to be smoking cigarettes. And Dolly's still trolling Ivory. As we move on to the next scene, DJ Sky and Mariah Lynn meet up. And DJ Sky comparing, their beef to a book. It definitely is a book, chapter 2. But then it's not in this case. These girls do not be reading them. They don't be reading the books. If anything, they read each other. So they also recap their beef. They started playing the clips. And Mariah is saying during a performance in LA where DJ Sky is from, she was jumped by her people. DJ Sky says Mariah did some lies, but that jump, by me, honestly, the jumping stuff, I don't really care for. I don't really like. That don't make you no baddie. That don't make you no bad boy. That don't make you bad nothing if you jumping. But then again, this is DJ Sky's city, California, LA, and her people was there with her, and her people was there to have her back. Sorry, Mariah Lynn. Yeah, like I said, I understand what DJ Sky point was. And Mariah breaks it down that she is pretty, saying she may not have the best body, she may not have this, she may not have that, but her face is pretty, which I can't agree. Mariah is pretty. She put her makeup on and she dresses very nice. She's pretty. I don't know why Mariah Lynn mentions God in any of this. Like, God and baddies just don't need to go together. Even though you did get jumped and damn near hit with a microphone, and you saying how God had to direct you to do this, I don't think you need to bring him up in this. Don't bring God in this. God's plan is never to cause chaos. Mariah wants an apology, which is understandable. But then DJ Sky takes too long to apologize, and Mariah runs up during the fight. Mariah, whole time she is fighting DJ Sky, she was like, "You are taking too long." You are taking too long, as she's fighting DJ Sky, trying to get an apology out. Let me tell y'all, yesterday I was crying laughing at these episodes watching because it was too funny. Then DJ Sky turns into Scotty with the kick, and she kicks Mariah right in her chest, which I kind of felt bad because Mariah says she has asthma and she done kicked her all in her chest. I don't know why DJ Sky is letting Mariah. Then they fought, and Mariah is literally looking like she beating DJ Sky up. And I don't know why DJ Sky is letting Mariah do her like this. I mm. But and mind you, DJ Sky want to be a baddie and all this other stuff. She wanted a baddie chain. Hence the beginning of the first chapter 1 season. She was crying about the baddie chain or whatever. DJ Sky, you're a baddie DJ. Love you down, but you are a baddie DJ. And Mariah, she's not having it with DJ Sky. DJ Sky starts yelling at Mariah to leave her alone. Mariah done picked up DJ Sky purse and started emptying it. And one thing Mariah know how to do is troll. Like, she is trolling DJ Sky. And DJ Sky looks in the mirror like her good friend Summer does and says, still pretty. Y'all have to give Kimbella her money. Because Kimbella started that from Love and Hip Hop. Give Kimbella her money. Looking in the mirror talking about y'all still pretty. Whole time be messed up. It's time for the house meeting. It's time for the Royal Rumble, the brawl. If you all know Zeus and have been watching Baddies, you know that these house meetings mean it's time to fight. So it's time for the house meeting. The first two to come are Mariah and Dolly. Natalie, says Ivory's been sweet. Yeah, you're the CEO, so she's being nice to you, but to them other girls, she ain't nice to. Because Dolly was not agreeing with that. Because they literally just had a whole brawl before Natalie done called this house meeting. So Rolly comes in all, wrapped up. And along with Biggie and Tasiki. Is Dolly drunk, y'all? She sound drunk. Because Dolly just couldn't stop talking. She couldn't stop talking. She had to be drunk. Running her mouth. But her and Biggie have an exchange over some undergarments, some underwear. Biggie saying Summer or Dolly left their underwear and try. Moving on. Moving on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Dolly do sound right. And Dolly's lemonade interview. It's literally Dolly's interview is a lemonade stand, y'all. So dramatic. And they were creative with these interview looks. Because Dolly wasn't the only one that decided to be creative. They were very creative this season. Even Bahati with the Douce bottle on her hair, the Douce bottle, and Pretty Girl Neat with the shot cups in her hair. And Big Lex and she's looking very pretty. Big Lex, I don't know if she's doing it on accident or purpose, but it's definitely giving the pretty 90s look. And 90s is good. 90s was the best. And she looks very good. Pretty, naturally, with and without makeup. Big Lex is gorgeous. Dolly is still talking about Ivory and her fight. The rest of the baddies come in. And I love TT's confession interview. Look, y'all coming with these interview looks. With the fur and the red. TT looked good in her interview. So Natalie asks if there are 5 people to send home, who would they be? And TT is bold. TT is bold. But a lot of people on the internet was saying that production probably set that up. I don't know. If they did, they did. If they didn't, they didn't. But yeah, TT says Tasiki and Asia need to fight. And if they don't fight, they need to go home. And you could tell TT was scared when she said that. And that's why Tasiki really didn't think much of it. And Amber comes in on business. Not saying no names. Not addressing it. And sometimes you got to put a name on it before you kick it off. Amber. Oh, excuse me, y'all. And if y'all watch Now That's TV, Amber was on Deja Vu. She was used to the sneaking and the running up. So instantly, she's coming into this show knowing she got to do the same thing. And even coming into this meeting, who on that? And I don't blame her, because it's like, y'all been talking on the internet. We know what we came here to do. Yeah, and Dolly, every time I see this talk show look, I'm crying. I'm laughing every time I see this look. And I don't know why Amber walked away. You know, she walked away for a minute and then she came back. And Amber comes and Tasiki gets up. And you can tell Tasiki was toying with Amber in the beginning of the round. And until Tasiki throws that punch. And that punch, you can tell that punch hurt. And instantly Amber just started leaking. This is why Tasiki be minding her business. Because, Ivory comes in nice and calm. And she even said hi to Dolly. I'm like, okay. Like I said, we all know what these baddies done came here to do. E.T. comes and afterwards, DJ came in. Everybody was like, oh, okay, you know, move around, DJ. And E.T. and Dolly start exchanging little punches. I love Tavy. These interview looks, y'all. Y'all came through. Y'all came with these interview looks because Tavy's Tiana Taylor look, you know, homage look, definitely look good with the side hat and the pink cheetah print. That was nice. Okay. And she comes and she fights Ivory. And Ivory has a whole blunt in her mouth while she's fighting Tavy. And the blunt didn't move. The blunt didn't fall out of her mouth, slip to the side. It stayed in one spot whole time she was fighting Tavy. Wow. That's how you know Ivory is starting to become comfortable for her. She could smoke blunts during her fights. Now that's iconic. And that's MVB behavior. And Tavy is bleeding. And Biggie went to go check on her. Then Amber slams the door in Biggie's face. And Biggie's like, she slammed the door in my face. She slammed the door in my face. Amber was trying to get away from the cameras, y'all, and etc. But her and Tavy were in the bathroom and they start fighting. It's just complete madness. Because mind you, Tavy's injured, bleeding. Amber's injured, bleeding. And y'all both, it's a mess. And y'all just trying to fight. And Bahati calls out Hurricane. They run their rounds. And Showgirl Neek snatches the wig that Hurricane was holding. And they literally have like a tug of war with it. Then TT runs up on Neek. And TT's actually look like she's winning. Like, TT, okay, TT, you holding your own against the regular baddies. You holding your own. Little firecracker. And Emery jumped because Neek jumped into her situation with Bahati. She jumped in, you know, while Showgirl Neek was fighting TT. In the house, Tavy and Amber are still fighting. Poor security, calling for backup. They're fighting in the bathroom. Please come. And then Pressure walks in and fight Diamond. And then that's when Ivory starts coming in to coach Diamond. And Bahati looks like she was running towards Emery. And then next week looks good. It looks so good. I cannot wait to see the rest of Amber versus Tasiki and why Amber running down the street. I can't wait to see Ciroc. And it looks like Big Lex that got into something because somebody like they was sitting on the couch and it looked like Big Lex was going to town. I don't know, but I can't wait for next week, y'all. I'm going to be right here watching and reviewing like I do every Monday. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.